welcome to my channel. We have this question, evaluate integral of 1 over 1 plus cos x. Okay, if you check this question, there is no direct table. Is that the end of the road? Caption, no. So what we do, there will be need for what? A little algebra, and that algebra will be to use the conjugate of the denominator to multiply both the numerator and denominator. That's just a simple way to go for this question, and that will be equal to what? So we now have 1 minus cos x all over 1 minus cos squared x dx. Then we begin to use our identity. So this will be equal to 1 minus cos x all over this one will give us what? Sine squared x. Yeah, this one will give us sine squared x. Don't forget, we know that this plus this is equal to 1. Then make this one the subject, and that will give you what? 1 minus what? Cos squared x. And the meaning of this one also called for this algebra. This will be 1 over sine squared x, and then minus cos x over what? Sine squared x dx. 1 over sine CSC squared, that's a cosec squared x dx, minus integral of, here, we can split this one into 2 parts, which will be 1 over sine is what? CSC, that's cosec x, then times what? Cos over sine, that's what? Cos, the function dx. What we did in this case is to integral of difference of function will be integral of each of those function. Integral of this, integral of this. Then we now have integral of cosec square x, which is a CSC. That's a cosec square x. That's what? That's minus cot x. Then minus integral of cosec times cot. That will give us minus CSC of the function. So plus what? Plus C. So the final answer is so that's that on that question. Please, there's a watermark on the video. Smash that watermark. Please subscribe. Click on like button and begin to type your comments. Make this section interactive. And finally, share the links of this video on all your social media platforms. We have this. So what we can do, substitution straight away will not work. What we do is look at what we can do. This is a radical. This is a square root of this function. So what we can do, we can multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugates of this denominator. The conjugates of the denominator. So that's a conjugate of the denominator. So we now have okay? So if you do that, we're going to have 1 minus this, and then this one is a difference of 2 squared. If you expand this one, you're going to have what? You're going to have 1 minus what? 1 minus x. Okay? It's a difference of 2 squared. Expand it, it's going to give you this. Okay? How did I know? Let me quickly chip in. If you have a minus b times a plus b, it's going to give you a squared minus what? Minus b squared. My b is a square root of this function. So if you take the square of this, it's going to give you what? This. So this and this cancel. So we just have what? We have integral of what? We have integral of 1 minus this dx. Okay? So on the final note, this will be equal to, we can write this as, so if you integrate this one respect to the function, that will be s, then minus integral of this, that will be what? S. This half plus 1, that's 3 over 2, all over 3 over 2 plus what? Plus c. S minus 2 over 3, then s to power what? 3 over 2 plus c. That finished that question. Then we go to the b part, which is integral of this. What we're going to do in this case is, first of all, this one is equal to what? 2 sine x cos x. That's the first thing we do. Then we need to note that cos square x plus sine square x is equal to 1. So we want to have the expression here in form of what? Trig ratio. Okay? Everything inside here could be what? In form of trigonometric function. So we now have this will be equal to what? 2 sine x. So that's what we have now. So we can also look at this, what we have inside here. What we have inside here can be turned to perfect square. Check it very well. This is equal to what? Cos x plus sine x of square. Okay? If you expand this one, it's going to give you what? It's going to give you the contents inside the square root. Okay? So we have turned this expression to perfect square. Let's tell you can come outside. So we have 3 integral of this one. And if you take the square root of this, integral of what? So we now have 3 times. Integral of this is sine x. Integral of this one, that's minus cos x. Then don't forget to put your, this is definite integral, the upper boundary and your lower boundary. So we now have 3 times sine 45. Pi over 4, that's 45. That's 1 over root 2. Minus cos pi over 4, that's also 1 over root 2. Then minus, for the lower boundary, sine 0, that's 0, minus cos 0. Okay, so this and this will cancel. We have minus times minus, that's plus 1. So we have 3 times what? 3 times 1, and that's what? That's 3 for that question. Okay, so that's that on this question. Please smash the watermarks on the video and subscribe. Click on like button, and finally share the links of this video on all your social media platforms.